Yeah, there. So there. Okay, so let's get back to it. So don't split the party. It's a very common thing that you hear. It's usually known as the number. Oh, sorry. It's usually known as the #1 rule. Whenever you guys talk about it, like the first thing you hear, like when new people play, it's like, should we split the party? And everyone's like, no, don't split the party. And I have to tell you guys that I absolutely disagree. We should always split the party. No, not always, but like split responsibly. So like, where's the disconnect here? Like, why do people not want to ever split the party? It's simple. When you guys are together, you have all your resources. You can get any combat that may ensue or any problem that may come about can be handled. You have your bard if you need to talk your way out. You have your rogue if you need to sneak your way out. And you have your wizard if you need some magic to get things done. But that's the thing. Would these characters always be there together? Do they have the same motives to be there? So what do we get from splitting the party? Like, what value do we as players and as DMs get from actually splitting the party? And the first thing is there's a deeper immersion that you garner from. Yeah, you get deeper immersion. Okay, yeah, just by being able to split. There's some times where your character would not be interested in seeing what this other character has to do. Maybe there are more different interests. I'm sure a lot of people here who play Dragon Heist, I think that's the epitome of the let's split the party campaign right now. Because your characters have these different goals and motives when it comes to like dealing in the city. Next thing is splitting the party puts the player in the highlight. I love watching my party mates dealing with their problems on their own because I can feel their stress. I also love, as a DM, watching my players deal with the stress of being on their own. Yeah.
It's not fun.
For the player. But, yes. And lastly, overall, I think it enriches the story in ways that you wouldn't get if everyone was together. So I want to talk about my first Call of Cthulhu game. By saying that after it, we were like, let's never split the party again. It's a bad idea. We almost died. It was horrible. We have to stick together. So, come on our next game, we were invited to this really nice fancy mansion with this really nice party. And as we gathered around with all these people and we had turned in our weapons, once we entered this mansion, they offered us $2,000 if we won in a hide-and-seek competition. So, with this much money, we decided, let's split the party.
Yes.
We split the party throughout the mansion 7 ways. We were 8. The only reason why we didn't split 8 ways is because 2 people just happened to go to the same place. And yeah, it was one of the greatest experiences. What happened was while these people were looking, our dilettante decided to hide in a bed so that she would get caught. And no. I mean, valid. Some people, like, money isn't important for her character. And like, while I was in the study looking around, seeing what was going on, I hear a scream from outside, and instantly we all ran to see what was happening. And I see our dilettante like stabbed on her leg, going, "Ah, I'm hurt!" And then no, I don't know who it is. No names. If in fact, if you say something like Lauren, people might think it's you. People might, but they won't. Anyways, yeah. At the same time, our mobster came in, like fought the weird creature human thing.
Spoilers.
Oh, sorry. Anyways, that aside, because someone's starting to get on me. No, I'm kidding. After that, like, I got to see, like, our keeper actually, Richie, was able to pan the camera around to everyone individually, and I think that was one of my favorite parts. I remember in that same session, our physicist was scared, hearing all the screams of these people, he looked around, he found a hand mirror, and decided to use it to pierce through the door and try to see if whatever is like causing these screamings is around. And as soon as he put opened the door and put the mirror out, like Richie described it as, you see the man right there about to stab your hand, and like the whole table screamed. And that was amazing. That was one of the best runs. Seeing that and feeling the fear of my friend, especially because he couldn't do anything on his own. And this habit ended up going through in our Waterdeep Dragon Heist game. So, oops, going back to the money. So yeah, in that game, like I said, I've noticed this also in another game that I played, but characters tend to split. And aside from the first session of my Waterdeep Dragon Heist, the party has never actually been together. In fact, I think there are some people in my party who still haven't met after 7 sessions. Yeah. No names, Lauren or Dean, but like their characters have not met, and they have been playing the same campaign for 7 sessions. So I'm hoping by next session everyone goes back together. But like that's beside the point. Like one of my favorite scenes in this campaign was watching our character Goblin. So Goblin is. If for those of you who play Mask, she's a Janus. She sticks to herself, doesn't tell anyone what they're doing. And one time, like, she was not taking any of my story hooks until she asked a job from a person who worked in the Butcher's Guild. Checking the campaign, I saw who this person was linked to, and I said, okay, I've got a job for you. She came out in the middle of the night, and she didn't really ask what the job was. So when she came there, she saw a cart, and then she saw 3 members of the Zentarim guild put 3 body bags on top of the cart, and put some meat on top, and said, you have to take these bodies from the dock ward to the field ward, where they will be delivered. While she was doing this, she was on her own. The party's tension was raised. She went through, she saw like the police, she went to the police area. They checked her stuff. I had her do a roll. I always write my game-breaking DCs down to make sure that they happen, and she failed fantastically. And after that, the story was enriched because, like, she implicated her party, since, like, she had recently gotten a property with them under her name as well as all of theirs. She was the signatory, and yeah, that story is still ongoing, so I can't really say what might happen next. But I just want to like talk about it again. Like, please split the party, because, you know, at the end of the day, you get that enrichment. You get that feel of a unique story. You get to watch your party really act and be more creative about what happens. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.